at the end, we will have a Q&A session, let's call it. So it's kind of open mic where you just can ask if you have any questions, discuss any questions you want. So we'll have some time for it as well. So I expect that we will have this meeting for around 1 hour and a half. So the hard stop is 2 hours, but let's try to keep it with 1.5, if you don't mind. So if there are any questions, I would start with kind of presentation of what are the progress with the Waves Association in the last year. Are there any questions or suggestions or ideas?
Go.
Great. So I want just to say one thing also. I'm really happy to see all of you, and I think it would be much better if we will have meetings a little bit more often, or at least more members join different working groups, because in working groups we have like almost regular calls. So we see each other much more often. So it would be great if you join working groups. So that's just like 5 cents to add. Great. Now let me start. I will share my screen, and you should see my screen now. Can you see the screen or not yet?
Not yet, dear. Works now. Yeah.
What about now?
Works.
Great. So let me start with the annual report, with what we've done during the last year, during the 2020 actually, and not only 2020, but mostly 2020. Key points: the Waves Association was established like late January last year, so we're a little bit more than a year. And within this year, we established 3 working groups. We accepted 18 new members, and today we'll talk about the progress with some of the working groups. Just a small recap how the whole association works, because some of you guys maybe don't remember because you are not parts of any working group, so you are maybe not involved in it like every month or so. So we have 3 working groups: working group for funding and grants, working group for R&D, research and development, and working group for membership. We have 10 members in the first group, 10 members in the second, and like 5 or 6 in the last. I do not remember exactly numbers, but just to understand how many people in every working group. We also have heads of working groups. All of them are also part of the executive board, and we also have a general meeting, which we are involved right now. So some key points what we've done in the last year regarding membership. Just as a recap again, we have individual full members. They can join the working group paying 100 Waves or 100 Waves community tokens. We also have company full members. They can pay 200 Waves or 200 Waves community tokens optionally. But now we have individual full members on the board mostly. We also have 3 types of grants. We work mostly within 2020. We worked mostly on the grants, and we had 3 types of grants. I think that R&D and grants and funding working group members, they know a lot about how the whole process works. But if you are not familiar with the whole process, how these three types of grants are different, then you can follow the link. Here is inlnk.ru. It's like shortened link. You can find there a detailed PDF how the whole process works, how they differ. I will go through the process in a very short way. There, following the link, you can find more details. So we have disruptive tech grants. We have Web3 development grants and interhack grants. And disruptive tech grants are such a grant where we usually want other teams to develop something. So we have an idea, we have an initiative that we need something in our ecosystem, and we clarify the idea, we create a task, and teams can apply for the task. I'm not going to talk about the whole process. As you can see, there are 12 steps. And I think if you have any questions, you can just ask after my presentation. The second type is Web3 development grants, and here the process is a little bit different because we have an open application process, open submission process, so any team can apply with their idea, with their project, and every application is assessed by 2 working groups, by grants and funding and R&D working groups. Then the board should vote on the application, and then the general meeting should vote on the application. So today we have 1 application which was assessed by grants and funding working group and R&D working group, and we have to vote on it. Of course, first the board members will vote, then we need a general meeting vote to approve the grant. And we also have the third part of grants, which are called Inter-Hack grant. It's a separate type of grant. The main idea behind it is to support, to create maybe challenges on hackathons, to support developers on hackathons, because there are a lot of hackathons happening in the blockchain industry. Some statistics. During 2020, we got 14 applications for Web3 development grants. We started, as far as I remember, it was December 1st when we started accepting applications, and we got 14 applications by the end of 2020. 6 were selected by voting in working groups and by the board. On your screen, you can see which 6 applications were approved, and the recipients collected around 150,000 waves for development of these projects. So let me share what are their results, because I'm ahead of grants and funding working groups, so I would be happy to share what are the results of these projects. They got their grants, as far as I remember, by like end of December. So in 2.5 months, they achieved pretty good results, almost all of them. And I think like I'll briefly explain what they did and what they delivered. So the first application, the first project which was approved is Sign Art, and they have more than 324 applications from artists. They actually launched on the mainnet, on the Waves mainnet, more than 650 artworks added to the platform. And I think the NFT topic is very hot right now. So the Sign Art is just starting their moonshot, so they will have even more traction in the next months. So I truly believe in it. But even now, they delivered a lot. They have a working product. They have some traction. They have users. They have even sales, more than 330 sales in 3 months. So they also helped to test some tech stuff like blockchain updates, node extension. They did a lot from the technical point of view. So they delivered good traction, in my opinion. The next project, the Gravity. I think all of you have heard about Gravity, and they launched their Binance Smart Chain and Binance Smart Chain Waves mainnet breach, let's call it a breach, with 3 nodes. They created mirror accounts, and they even created kind of MetaMask integration with Waves account. So they do have also Hack and Phantom integration. So you will be able to transfer wrapped tokens from Waves to Hack Phantom or vice versa. There is some tech stuff. I'm not going to talk in details, but the project is developing with a very good pace. I truly believe that guys will deliver even more and more integrations in the next couple months. The third project, which was awarded with a grant, is WavesFX, and they re-implemented the core with significant changes to the first version. They switched to gRPC interface, which should be much faster, and they finished the core functionality in February. Right now, they're working on the new user interface, and they will release it in April. And I think this is very also important because WavesFX is like the second wallet. We actually have 2 live wallets right now, which is first, of course, is Waves Exchange, and the second is Waves FX, which works natively on almost all platforms. So this is very cool project, and they will release the new version in April. The next project which was awarded is Certificado with a grant size of 5,000 waves, and here are like the most interesting numbers. They also have traction. They also have users, and they are growing. They issued like more than 1,000 certificates, and they are doing it for not like universities, not for let's call it classical educational system, but for courses, different types of courses. So they have traction, they have interesting integrations, and they are partnered with lots of projects, educational projects. So in the future, I think we will see a spike of the number of certificates. Una Wallet, they maybe some of you don't know where is it. It's actually a wallet for mostly for Nigeria, for African countries, and they implemented KYC. They do have a mobile app which you can use. They support USDN with push notifications, which is like pretty rare for decentralized things, and they have fiat deposit and withdrawal even. So they are not fully released yet, but like the launch date is March 22nd. So like in a week, they will be launched on the mainnet. And Waves Cap, yeah, guys are working on the Explorer, WeScan.io, which is not released yet as well, but I think we will see it like shortly in the future. And they also improved the Waves Cap, added integrations with swap.fi, and they're also delivering. So this small recap was kind of, I wanted just to show that all grantees, they're delivering results, they're building pretty cool stuff, and I think that we can expect even more in the next couple months from almost all of them. So I truly believe that the grants program is pretty successful. We have lots of things to do, and I will talk about our plans a little bit later. Now, I think Vladimir wants to tell more about the membership working group. So Vladimir, are you ready?
Yeah. Hey, guys. Can I share my screen now, or will you present the presentation?
Up to you. It's up to you. I can, if you want, I can just switch.
Yeah, you can just switch slides because we
okay
did the presentation. Okay, yeah. Hi guys, my name is Vladimir. I'm the head of membership working group and also the board member of Waves Association. And I would like to present our progress. I'm a head of working group since December. So we have already some thoughts and already some results. And the first thing, actually, it's kind of the first activity in this meeting. We have 2 recommendations to the board about new members. Inside of the working group, we access some applications, and now we have 2 people. So we can vote on them inside of the board. If Inal, Sasha, and Mark, you are ready to do it right now, it will be good. I can also tell about them a little bit more if you have any questions.
Yeah, it was muted. I think we need some details on the applicants, and we'll do it, if I understand correctly, in an old-fashioned way, just raising our hands, right?
Sure, yeah, this voting is not yet implemented in DAO, so we can just raise hands. The first one, Christopher, is a DeFi enthusiast from Spain. Actually, he just enthusiastic not building something, but it will be good to have people that are on topic right now. The second one is probably more interesting person for us. He is director of foundation based in the New York City. And actually, this guy, Michael, he also has his own project. So these 2 guys, we attest them and recommend to the board meeting, to the board voting.
So we have to do it separately, I guess. So we have to vote for the Christopher first and then for Michael, right?
Sure, yeah.
So
I would have, sorry, and not to interrupt you, like,
Yeah,
but maybe most people would want to understand if they don't know, like, what is their relation to Waves, as in were they ecosystem, like members, fans, or like, is there some kind of history with Waves that these people have, or are they just sort of like lurking in the chats, etc.?
Yeah, so your question is how are they connected to Waves ecosystem, right? As far as I understand, both are early investors and do hold Waves. Moreover, I've seen Michael in the chats, not in developer chats, but as a community member. And to be honest, I haven't seen Christopher, but I guess his interest in the blockchain industry at all will be helpful for us anyway.
Guys, I think that those guys should introduce themselves somehow to the board members, because we just can't vote for like persons that we don't know yet, you know. So there has to be. I don't have anything against them, but I don't know them. I must add, and I think there should be some kind of introduction from them, you know. Otherwise, it's a little bit weird, you know. We are voting for people that we don't know because they're like all-time Waves holders, you know. So if they're present right now, they can introduce themselves probably, I guess. If not, we can postpone that for later and do it later maybe, because I don't think that this is the right way to proceed now, you know, to vote for kind of arbitrary persons that nobody knows. Like, it doesn't work.
As far as I can see, they're not on the call, so yeah, I have.
Yeah, guys, so let's just postpone it because it's kind of weird, I guess. Just with all due respect. So we should have some introduction from them first. So they should like present themselves, and then we will gladly vote for them, you know. So.
Well,
yeah, I guess it will work. Sasha, how do you think? Could it be just a video introduction? Maybe a short recording from them?
Yeah, like they have to be on the call, I guess, at least, you know. So, and they should say that I'm so and so, and I am like all-time Waves holders, and I'm interested in such things, and we're gonna vote for them, or maybe we won't. But in any case, they have to introduce themselves first. That's like I don't know how to do without it. Really.
Yeah, it's a great remark. We will do it in future. And good news is that we also have 7 new applications. So, Inal, can you switch the slide, please?
Sure.
Yeah, we also got 7 new applications after doing a short promotion in my Twitter account. So I guess we will advise these 7 applications as well. And maybe we can do a call for all these applications for all these people in the future. That's great. And actually, we have an open link to the form, so anyone can apply as an individual member right now. It's also shared on the website and in the Twitter. So currently, application process is open. But the main question that we actually see right now in the working group. Now, could you switch the slide, please, as well? Sorry. Yeah, that's the question that I'm asked really often. Why should I be the association member? I'm also asked it inside of the Waves Association from the existing members, like what is the advantage, what's the value? And inside of the membership working group, we had 2 meetings. We tried to answer this question. And currently I have 3 points I would like to share. Why should you be the association member? They are decision-making weight. That's the first point. As far as you see here, we vote on the grants. We really distribute money. That's really important for people who like to make the decisions in the Web3 area. The second one is networking base. If you are a member of Waves Association, you have contacts of 30 other members who are enthusiasts, who are experienced in their own fields. And the third one is prestige. If you members of association, they must be respected because association is something big, and to say in your CV that you're a member or maybe working group member of the association, that must be cool. So inside of the membership working group, we started different initiatives to show to the community how good and how cool is to be as a member of Waves Association. And the first initiative, actually, it's knowledge base for association members. we started collecting. Could you switch the slide, please? You know.
Yeah, sure.
I guess is the next one. Yeah, knowledge base. That's what we started to do. We got 2 responses inside the Waves Association. If you haven't filled this form yet, please do. Because what we do currently, we connect different people by collecting their skills and knowledge. This knowledge base will be open to different members of the association, so people could do networking, could help each other in their own projects. I guess this will first make association a good place to find enthusiasts that have the same visions. And second reason is that this knowledge base will be the first step to solve the internal communications issue that I guess we currently have. Some people don't know what happens with other people, and there is a miscommunication between the groups. We are currently working on it. The second initiative is people from Waves Association listed on the website. You know, could you switch the slide, please, again? And here we have the third value of Waves Association, that it must be prestigious. That's why we're not afraid to show our members 2 people who fill the form with their skills and knowledge. The link was on the previous page. They are already presented at the wavesassociation.org, so they can show that I'm the member, my face is on Waves, I'm making the decision. I guess Waves Association needs to become such a place that you will be proud of to share. That's what we currently have in mind inside of the membership working group. And if you have any ideas how we can, what we can add to it, I'm always open to any ideas. Now, thank you for the opportunity to discover our plans, to talk about our plans.
Thank you, Vladimir. Let's move forward. Let's actually talk about our plans and about in the grants and funding working group, because we work a lot in the working group, and we try to achieve we try to spread the word about Waves and the projects in the Waves ecosystem. So let me talk about our plans with different types of grants. As I already said, we have 3 types of grants, and we actually got 11 applications in 2021, and we have reviewed all of them in 2 working groups. And today, we actually have to vote on 1 application, which was approved by Grants and Funding Working Group and R&D Working Group. So the project is called Digilira Pay, or Digilira Pay. So you can find a link to the application in the GitHub. So there is a GitHub repository. I hope you all guys know about the GitHub repository with grant applications. Vladimir, are we good to vote using the DAO? Do we have enough people?
Oh, let me check. Currently, we have 13 addresses. Oh no, Stan sent his mainnet address. So we have 12 addresses.
I noticed. I can send you the correct one now.
Yeah, if you send, I can add it, and we will have 13 people. I guess it's enough just to vote on DAO, so we can move forward.
Yeah, if we are good to vote with the DAO, Vladimir, I think you can talk about how the DAO actually works.
Could you link it in the chat? To the
yes,
DAO?
the link is on the on my slide first, and also I'll send it to the chat right now.
Cheers.
Let me share the screen, and I will present the DAO probably, and its interface.
Sure. Let me give.
Here's my screen. I guess you see it. Here is the DAO. Actually, we are working on this project for many months already, and I'm happy to present it here. We launched it on testnet, and one of the features is already on mainnet. I will talk about it later. So first, functionality of DAO. The first thing and the first mission for DAO is voting on grants. As Inal told, we have 3 different types of grants, and currently we are voting on Web 3.0 grants. Here they are. Here, projects can apply using apply for a grant button. That's pretty simple process because they just need to link their grant name, project name, and grant description from GitHub. Only one step is required to submit your project and request a grant. After you send your grant application, it's listed here in the grants page. Here you see the list of all projects that were proposed in this batch. And actually, most of them are rejected by working group already. But currently, we see that one of them, Tigilira Pay, was approved by working group and now needs to be approved by board, and then will be voted by DAO members. DAO members is equal to general meeting. What about another features? First of all, there is a list of members at a separate page. Here we see, first of all, list of the working group members and DAO members. Here are your accounts. You can find yours that you submitted to the form. All of these addresses will be able to vote on the grant application. And the final feature I would like to present, it's pretty new. We haven't written about it yet, even in social media. That's special votings. And the first voting we will hold in the shortest time is token verification voting. I talked to Waves Exchange team, and they agreed that there must be a connection between Waves Association and their product. So what we will do, we will be able to vote on token verification at Waves Exchange. And actually, we got the request from Signature Art team, who asked us to help with verification of their token on Waves Exchange. So we will do it. We will vote using DAO to approve sign as a verified token on Waves Exchange. This will happen till the end of this month, I guess. And this feature is already on mainnet because Waves Exchange is launched on mainnet. So it's important to connect these two services.
So just to clarify a little bit, the main idea here is that we support different projects with grants, and we trust these projects. Let's call it so. So Waves Exchange, they agreed that we are fine to approve tokens issued by Waves Association grantees. So if we reward some project with a grant, then we also can vote to verify their token on Waves Exchange too. So what it will give them, actually, they will get their stats on, for example, coin market cap. The token will be not in the list, in the suspicious list on the Waves Exchange. It will be possible to get a ticker, to get a logo, and so on. So that's the main idea.
Yes, I will add a little bit here, because I think it's quite important to mention that there will be two ways to vote for a token to make a token legit on Waves. So either there's going to be some community voting on Waves Exchange, or it can be voted for by the association members. So this is another reason to become a member of the association, because there's going to be two ways to verify, to have a token verified on Waves. Community voting on Waves Exchange is not ready yet. This is like the continuation of the old WCT idea, which did not really work, but this time it should work. And now we have another method to get a token verified, namely to vote for it, being a member of the association. So it makes sense to become a member, because through this probably you can impact the destiny of some tokens on Waves.
Yeah. Vladimir?
I guess we can go. Yeah, I guess we can move forward to grant voting.
Yeah,
maybe
so
we can. Disruptive Pay is waiting
sorry
for us.
for interrupting. Yeah, let me share my screen just to talk a little bit more about the Disruptive Pay, because I assume that not all of us are familiar with what is Disruptive Pay actually. Can you see my screen now? The Chrome page you should see with a list of applications.
Yep, we see it.
Cool. So maybe some of you don't know that we do have a special GitHub repository at github.com/wavecessation/grants program. So you can open the list of issues here, and here is the open list of all the applications for grants. And you can see more details on every application. You just click, for example, Digital Pay, and you can see the application itself, questions from working group members. Here are questions, for example, from Bram. And here are active discussions for different projects. So you are welcome to ask your questions too. And if you are not very familiar with GitHub, just couple things. You can subscribe to a repository, and you will get an email notification every time when, for example, there's a new application, or if there is a new message in an application, so you'll get a notification. So if you are interested in grants, in applications, in the discussions, so you can follow this repository. Okay, so about the Digital Era Pay, just a couple words. It's a blockchain payment gateway. Let me share the link to the application in our chat, if you don't mind. I'll share it in Zoom chat, I guess. So you can open and you can see the application if you haven't yet. And yeah, guys are building an application mainly for the Turkish community with a gateway, with the ability to buy tokens using fiat. And here you can find how the application looks like. And yeah, this project was approved by both working groups. So if there are no questions about the project, then I'll do just one thing which we have to do. Vladimir, I guess I have to click the button to start the voting. Vladimir, am I getting it right?
Yep, I just... Okay, could we see the issue on Wave Cessation DAO?
So let me log in. Vladimir, can you share the link to the application, please? So our general meeting members can vote.
Here it is.
So I think I have to share my screen again. So just a couple words, what am I doing? I'm as a head of a working group about grants. I have to start the voting. I'm just explaining how the DAO works. And I have to click init task voting and confirm a transaction. So
if I go into the Web 3.0 grants page, I see 2 times the Digital Pay. One time it's grant approved and one time it's proposed. Which one should I choose?
The first one was a test one. I rejected it, so.
And they also have a different amount now. So maybe there's one that says grant approved and one that says voting started.
Yeah, I just rejected the false one. So we have only one issue right now.
So just refresh your page, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have started the voting. So I think we'll just need some time, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Where do we actually accept the project or the application? Because I only see a reject button.
Same here.
Yeah, same here.
There is an approve and reject on the bottom of the page.
The bottom of the page?
Yeah, there is a blue label.
Ah, okay. In the footer.
Yeah, in the footer of the page, there is like your voice is important.
And what is that reject button at the very top? Honestly, I find this very confusing. When you look at your screen, you have a reject button here, and I thought the accept button should be here too.
Yeah, that's probably an issue to the user experience here.
Okay, great.
Yeah, it's good to have your. Yeah.
But we choose the one in the footer, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't see the reject button inside the page, so pretty strange.
Have you logged in with your
Yeah,
account?
I'm logged in. I see the footer to accept or reject, but I don't see the reject on the page itself.
For me, it says error while executing account script, voting closed or something. Yeah,
I think
voting is closed or
press-
not started.
Yeah, I think I pressed the wrong button. There was appearing a button for me that says like close vote or something, and I clicked it, and apparently it's something that I close for everybody.
Okay, some UX issues here.
Keeper doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway,
Keeper is not connected
we
yet,
sent
yes.
Serkan to Bram and he can explain it.
Yeah, the vote is closed. They said to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
the vote is closed, I
Dilgilera,
see.
no funding for you guys.
Bram killed the DAO.
It's on Bram.
Bram killed the DAO. Thanks, Bram. Well done.
It happens.
Okay, guys. Sorry,
I
guys.
see.
It did not work out. Sorry. So
No.
the meeting is over. So it's not working.
But
I see
what
someone
will-
from. Yeah, I see someone from working group finished the voting already. Someone who has access to voting group, working group.
I have done it. I have voted.
Me also.
I tried and I wasn't allowed to.
So
But how is it possible that other people are able to close the vote? Like you could be a bad actor and close every vote immediately, or
Actually, the idea was that anyone from working group for funding and grants can do it. So yeah, but I see that it's currently better to close it only to have access to the hit working group. I mean, enal.
oh, I closed it. I'm sorry.
So you were able to do that because you were a member of Grants and Funding Working
Yeah.
Group.
Well, I guess I voted for everyone then. I'm sorry, guys.
but the
No,
Okay.
actually, I think we just can create. We just reinitiate the voting and vote for it. Now.
Yeah. I propose to create the new issue, but to not to close it. Let's
Yeah,
do
guys.
it.
Is there a new?
I will create the new one. Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, members of the Grants and Funding Working Group, please do not close the voting. Only you can do that. So, but you should not do that.
Okay, grant is proposed. Confirm. Now we have 3 different Delira Pay applications.
Yeah, and one with 0 rewards.
Yeah, that's the new
Actually, I would go for that one.
because it's pretty cheap. No, it's 0 because I haven't added the reward request yet. Now it is. So it will be 4,000. Yep, it's ready. It's ready to vote.
So I started the new voting.
But it's the one that now is set proposed, right?
Yeah.
We'll share the link, I guess.
If they open up the voting, you will see it as well.
that one tells me in a task voting, but it doesn't let me vote.
Yeah, that's because, but now it should.
Yeah, now it should.
Please do not
Ask
end the
for
voting.
someone's closing it again.
I'm afraid to click anything as of now.
You can continue.
Yeah, my transaction is confirmed.
Yeah,
so that
mine
seems
as
to be
well.
working.
Now we have 7 votes.
Where can I see the votes then?
Here, I'm sharing my screen. Here is like 7 with 7 members voted.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this number should be a little bit
I have voted
bigger.
now.
Ah, okay, yeah.
9 on 9 right now. Yeah.
Now we
I
have
think
9
that
members.
could be a bit
Yeah.
more prominent.
It's good that we launched it right now, so we have this internal beta test, or maybe
Crash
even
test.
alpha test. Yeah, crash test. So we are doing on it. We are working on it right now, so it's good. It's on testnet. It's internal testing.
Always ask
So-
Bram and Niels.
Don't
They all
underestimate
broke everything, right?
don't underestimate the stupidity of the average user.
Do we also have an overview of how much is accepted or how much did we rejected it?
Yeah,
Yep.
here we
Yes,
can
the 10
see,
out of
like,
10.
10 out of 10, yeah.
Oh, I guess I forgot to add Stan address.
Yeah, 10 out of 10, but I don't know how much people are accepting or rejecting it, right?
I
Or
think
is it?
the first one is the acceptance, and the second one is from all votes, right? So 10 people voted, 10 people accepted. If
Oh,
one would
yeah.
not accept, we would have a 9 out of 10, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for the explanation.
Okay, I will add Stan address.
Thanks.
Maybe this vote will help us.
So actually, to approve the grant, we need two things. We need the board approval, and we need the simple majority from the general meeting. Two things.
Do we also do the board approval?
We will do it right now. That's what I'm talking about.
Ah, great. I have 13 minutes to go, so nobody closes that vote, please.
Okay, so board members, me, Vladimir, Sasha, Mark, 4 of us, we have to vote just using like old-fashioned way, just raising our hands because it is not implemented in the DAO yet. So guys, please raise your hand if you support the Digital Pay application and their first milestone with the grant with the size of 4,250 as far as I remember. So we just need your raised hands. I cannot see all of you guys, unfortunately, but
you don't have Sasha on the page, right? At least I don't have Sasha on my screen now. Ah,
yeah,
perfect.
4 out of 4. Yeah, so cool. With the board, we are done, but we need a simple majority also for the
Funny
for the vote.
I guess Stan's vote will be enough for us, but doesn't have Waves on his balance and cannot vote. I will send him.
Yeah, but he can go to the faucet or send the address. I will send him some testnet waves.
Yeah. I will do it for him.
So that's why you're all generous, because you want to send him a testnet waves, not mainnet waves. Oh, I'll
Be a bigger discussion, of course.
I will.
And I sent you Waves. If you vote, you will rescue Digital Pay.
Done.
Now, did we get the vote?
Yes, there are 11 votes right now, actually. The only thing is that I'm not sure that we still have the simple majority.
Is it the simple majority of the association or of the members that are in this call?
Of the general meeting.
Okay. Yeah, but then
okay. Looks like we are done. Yes, and we have approved the first grant using DAO. I think in the future we can do this in async mode. I mean, we should not like have a call every time when we want to vote for a grant application, for example. So it will dramatically increase the experience of applicants. So they will get like, I don't know, immediate approval or reject because we'll like, if we need a general meeting, we have to plan at least a month ahead of the meeting. So it's like bureaucracy thing. If we will use DAO, that will be much simpler. So that was the first voting. In the future, I guess we will have more because on April 1st we start actually the next, let's call it batch of applications for Web3 grants. So we will spread the word again about Waves grants. We'll talk about it a lot, and we will invite more teams to apply for a Web3 grant starting April 1st. Or April 2nd, because some people may think that it's Fool's Day joke, but anyway. Okay, so just a couple more words. I wanted to share some plans regarding Interhack. Oh, Nelson is joining us. Let me admit him. Just a couple words about Interhack grants. We will also have, we have different partners. We partnered with many teams, many blockchain projects and protocols. So we are in the process of talking with them regarding hackathons. I mean, some of them invite us to take part as a hackathon. We are in the process of talking with them actually. And if we will get like final request, we will discuss it, of course, in working groups and in the Telegram chat with all the Web Association members. So I guess this spring we will have some partners, and we will they will. I really hope that they will ask us to join their hackathons.
Sorry,
these
just
are
a small question. For the Disruptive Tech Grant, didn't we agree that it should be started by the research and development group? So I guess they should contact me. Okay.
Yes, we have agreed on it, so that Disruptive Tech Grants are started with R&D working group. Yes. So we have to define the task.
And I think it would be better if they approach the head of the R&D working group.
Yeah, that would be the best option. So Mark is the head of the R&D working group. So if you have an idea of Disruptive Tech Grant, or if we will have requests from our partners to join their hackathon, then of course we will work with R&D working group. So, okay, I'm done with my slides. Now we kind of have some time to talk about, if you have any questions, if you want to discuss anything, feel free. Jump to the page, just take the mic and go ahead.
I had a question about earlier. If we approve projects with the DAO, can we also like remove projects in case that they wouldn't like finish their promises and stuff like that?
So you mean the special voting mechanism on the DAO, right? When we approve tokens?
Yes, for the tickers on Waves Exchange.
Yeah, that's a pretty good question, actually. As I personally understand, and as we talked with the Waves Exchange team, yes, we will have such a mechanism where we can vote to delist, unapprove, I don't know how to call it, unapprove the token, but we do not have it in the DAO yet. We will have it in the future, yeah. So as far as I can understand, there are no any questions. So we're good to go. Mark, you said you have 1 hour, so just 55 minutes.
Perfect timing. Perfect as always.
I expected that we will have lots of questions, but there are no any. So
great.
Okay.
There was one further question in the chat. Luca asked that he didn't see the voting button. Luca, did you check the footer of the page? Maybe Vladimir or Ina, can you again share your screen and can you show it?
Oh, I won't have the button, I guess, because I already voted.
Because we voted already, right?
It's not my, I didn't do it this time. I didn't finish the vote, so it's still on, I think. Yeah, it's still on at me.
Let me just share my screen. I'll try to explain it. Here is the footer of the page, like the blue, very big blue banner, let's call it so. And there should be 2 buttons, like approve or reject.
You need to log in with your approved wallet on testnet.
That is something that Lena just said. You need to log in first, otherwise you won't see it. That makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
So who is going to finish the vote now? I mean, after this What's going to happen now?
Yeah, I have to finish the vote. Yes, that's true. But speaking frankly, I'm not sure that I will do it right now because I want more people to try the DAO. So if they're not on the call, I want to pin them and I want them to vote for this application. So if you don't mind, I'd like to do it, I don't know, tomorrow. Just to push people to try the DAO.
Do we also going to use DAO for the membership? Do you require the members who are filled in the form?
You mean to vote for accepting members?
Yes.
That's the future plans. Currently, the plan for the full DAO is to cover all the processes inside of Waves Association. So it will be really autonomous. People send their applications, we vote on them. After that, people do have access to vote on grants. This all needs to work in the decentralized way. So of course, this will happen in the future. What will happen in this grant, when Inal will finish the vote tomorrow, for the applying team, there will be a button, start the work. This means they confirm that they're ready to take this amount of money and start work. And after this, grant is distributed.
So, okay, guys, I think we are done with this meeting. It was very, 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 very effective, I guess, because less than an hour. And thank you for your time. Thanks for joining. I hope to see you soon. And guys, please join different working groups because we have some fun there. And I truly believe that we do a great job in the working groups as well. And we do it more often than in the general meeting. So thanks again and have a great evening.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.